everybody.
Hi.
This is a game called Kerbal Space Program. This is probably one of my favorite games of all time because it's fun. You get to blow stuff up or not blow stuff up. I've heard that can go 2 different ways. So this is a game where you build rockets to go to other planets. It's kind of like NASA simulator, but a lot of people just build rockets to build huge rockets to have them crash or just build really weird vehicles. However, our goal today is to try to get to the moon. We're playing as Kerbals, these little guys walking around right here. They're like these little aliens. So I'm going to build a very basic rocket to show how the game works.
And also, if you're too lazy to build a rocket, you can go to that yellow folder in the top right corner, and it'll probably have some like ships for you.
Yeah, but we're not lazy. We're going to build our own, okay?
I am.
You build fuel tanks attached to the engines to launch your rocket, and you use... I figure I don't need to explain what engines are.
JD, can I ask a question?
What?
Are you playing in career mode or are you playing in Sandbox
Oh,
mode?
yeah. There's 2 modes, career and Sandbox. Sandbox is where you get unlimited funds and you have all the parts unlocked and you don't need to research anything. And right now we're playing in that mode to demonstrate the game, but we will be playing in career later. But career mode, you have funds and like money. This is your money down here where my cursor is. The 11,500, that's the cost of the rocket. And then, but in career mode, you have a certain budget and you got to use it accordingly. And you have reputation, and the higher and the lower reputation that you have, the less Kerbals that want to go on your rockets and stuff. And like the less funding you get from other stuff. You also have research you just research stuff so you can get more parts. Career mode is more for a challenge if you want to, or like realistic if you want to play it realistically.
I like career mode because it teaches you how to play the game.
Yeah.
Too. It's like you only have a couple pieces, so you have to like all the stuff that you're doing just on the fly here. What are you doing right now?
I am attaching extra engines to this little rocket.
Okay.
I'm gonna name this, I don't know, just rocket. Okay, now I'm gonna launch this rocket. I forgot to add stabilizers. Well, I mean, like, so I can actually turn the rocket around and stuff.
I don't know, the Kerbal seems to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, this is your guy piloting it. This is the Kerbal. You can look through his view and like launch your rocket and stuff. The numbers on the top of the screen, the numbers that are counting up but are now gonna count down in a few seconds because the rocket's gonna crash. That's
You're actually gaining
your
altitude.
And it's in meters, so sorry if you don't understand meters. And the arrow in the top left corner, the green arrow and the 3 black arrows, that lets you speed up time so you can like fall down faster. I'm gonna detach this. And then, oh, that was close. That was close.
You're still not
and then in the bottom
up.
right corner, I know. I'm just gonna try to land this safely. And then in the bottom right corner is that's the Kerbals that are piloting your ship. You can have more than one. Sometimes you can have like up to like, well, there's no limit, but it's gonna be kind of hard to fly a ship that has like 20 people in it.
And I don't know why, but they seem really happy when you're about to crash.
And then in the top left corner, the right corner, sorry, is like your fuel, and then in the bottom left corner is like your roll, yaw, pitch, and stuff like that. And then the circle with the dot inside of it, that's your orbit map.
Deactivate the engines.
You're almost about to play it.
We made it.
I wonder if he thinks he's on another planet.
Yeah.
For all that.
I mean, after all, it'll be kind of confusing, so I can just I can recover the vessel.
When you like speed it up like to the fastest you can when he's walking, it looks really weird.
Yeah. All right. Let me explain the Space Center. So the building with all the satellite dishes, that's your tracking station that lets you see where all your ships are in the solar system. See, this is an example. This is the ship that crashed earlier, and then where all the planets are and stuff. And then I'll go into some detail about some of the other planets later.
And this is by no means a simple game, right, JD?
No.
It's pretty complex. Like, we haven't even gotten out into space yet. Why don't you build something that can make its way out in space?
Yeah. This is.
I made space once.
First, I'm gonna finish explaining what the Space Center
It's all yours.
is. Yeah.
You go for it.
Yeah. And then over here is the Research and Development Center. This is like what lets you research parts and stuff, but we don't need it because it's already in Sandbox mode and we have everything unlocked. This is the astronaut complex where you go to recruit more astronauts. This is the space plane hangar where you can build space planes which so like you can build planes that can go into space. And then this is the mission control. I don't know what this does. I guess it helps your reputation.
You once built, like a long time ago, you once built a plane that flew to Antarctica.
Oh yeah, one time I built a plane and I sat there for 30 minutes. Well, I didn't fly it to Antarctica. I flew it to the North Pole. But then the plane crashed. We'll never know if Santa is officially real or not.
Where do penguins live?
They live in Antarctica.
Right. Good.
Kerbal Santa.
Okay, yeah. Now I think this is a good design. I'm just gonna add some stuff that lets me control it.
In Kerbal Space Program, they're not called penguins, though. They're called penglings. Penguins.
Pingling.
We're talking about Benedict Cumberbatch and how he can't say the word penguins. You can look that video up online.
Yeah.
All right, so now you're going with 4 engines all the way around.
Yeah. The number one
Don't
rule
tell
for
him
this
we said
game
this.
is more boosters.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Teddy, you want to place a side bet with me? Do you think his next rocket's going to make it out in space?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't think it's gonna make an orbit, but I think it will be able to go high enough to where they can actually see.
Scale of
space.
1 to 10, where 10 out of 10 is IGN. What do you got?
I don't know.
I'm going to say yes. This one's going to make
All
it. What do you think?
I don't think it's gonna
know.
make an orbit, but I think it will go high enough
I don't
to
know
be
out of 10.
in space. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1, go.
The view that you use to look at your rocket is always much different than mine. I always look at like that angle right there.
Yeah.
And then the globe at the bottom, that blue globe, that's
yeah.
your orientation.
I forgot to explain what this is. Yeah, this is like your orientation. Blue means you're facing up, and orange means you're facing down. Uh-oh. So close. You can see it.
I'm really laughing at the Kerbal here.
Uh-oh.
And what can you control?
The thing you're controlling is the cockpit, but these things help you control it better. But as you can see,
You can control the turn and the rotation, and gravity's working against you, but you can even control the angle at which it flies up.
so I guess we should cancel this mission or speed it up.
What?
I don't think this is. I think that was a glitch. Eject.
No, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, that was.
This is
bad.
jetpack. Jetpack.
The jetpack.
Yeah,
didn't do
it
anything.
only works in space and like on the moon and stuff. Yeah, these guys have like
That'll
little
work.
jetpacks. This is gravity in like
It was like-
10 seconds.
That's kind of like Pac-Man. I was like, waka, waka, waka.
Oh,
So-
there he goes. Whoa! He survived.
So, JD, what do you think went wrong on that launch, and what are you going to try for the next one?
It wasn't maneuverable, but this guy survived somehow.
Needs more engines.
He survives from falling from like 11,000 meters in the air. I'm gonna build the biggest rocket possible, and then that will definitely get in space.
All right, so what's he building here, Teddy? He's got a cockpit so far. What's that thing?
These are the.
That's a disconnection?
These help you turn the rocket.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna put an aerodynamic.
Just put a nose cone on there. That'll reduce air resistance going up.
Are you building a plane?
Aerodynamics.
And now he's building...
Probably. I'm gonna put some parachutes on this in case it doesn't work.
Even if it works, you got to get back to Earth.
Oh yeah.
At some point, you're not sending them out there to live there forever.
No, we are. These guys are green. They must be plant people. They can just live off sunlight and some water. I'm gonna try to find something that lets me disconnect this.
Add a bunch of engines.
Yeah, this should work.
Then I'll approve.
I'm gonna make this like a 3-stage rocket, maybe 4.
That one's my
What are those you're putting on right now?
This is a fuel tank. This has a lot of fuel, and then I'm gonna put then I'm going to put an engine here. And these things that like disconnect part of the rocket, I didn't really explain it well enough. So as you can see, this thing right on the bottom right. Oh yeah, so the rings that I just put on, helps like disconnect part of the rocket, and in the bottom right corner, like the 2 bars with the circle in the middle, that symbolizes the disconnecting. So when you press space, this is all in stages.
Those things, basically, those rings are what allow you to decouple the different parts of the rocket so you can light the next engine, basically.
Yeah.
And that allows you to have stages. Like he puts a fuel tank on,
Do the last
then he'll put an engine on, and he'll cover the engine. Was that your last one?
No, I gotta add some side ones too.
Okay.
Add as much side ones.
So
you can.
working from the bottom up, he's got that engine component with 4 engines on it. Then he's got the fuel. That's what runs that. Then above that, in that kind of blank space, that's where another engine is. It's being hidden right now. And then above that is the fuel tank for that engine. So he'll do it in stages. And at the bottom right, it's showing all the different stages of his rocket now.
Yeah, and you press space to go to each stage. I think instead of the goal being the get to space, it should be just I mean, instead of getting the moon, it should just be to get to space.
I agree.
That's our biggest goal right now.
Getting to the moon or the mun in Kerbal Space Program is like for me going to be a huge video game milestone because it's you'll see once he gets out of space, it's complicated. And why does it make multiple engines when you put one on there?
Because in the bottom left corner, you'll notice a circle with triangles in it. As I click on it, it increases the amount of the triangles, and that's how many that will be put on the side of the rocket.
So that lets you make a perfectly symmetrical rocket.
Yeah.
Which would obviously be important.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't absolutely symmetrical, then if you had thrust going from one side, it would just always tilt the rocket.
Attach parachutes. There we go.
Attach parachutes to the rockets. Rockets have feelings too.
Well, no, they don't. The rockets don't need feelings.
Now, what is that you're doing?
I'm adding parachutes, and this will slow it down when it's falling in the Earth's atmosphere.
What's that?
These hold up the rocket when it's launching.
Okay.
Okay,
Press
so first of all,
space.
you hold shift, then you press T to turn on the SAS things. So now the stage will go in as these will release. Oh, that's cool. They must have added that in the new update. It highlights it when you select it. Then the 4 glowing engines will launch, or the 4 ones attached to the side, and then they'll detach, and then the bottom engine will launch, and then when that runs out of fuel, it will detach, and then this engine will fire, and then it will detach, and then the parachutes will deploy.
That was a little risky. I thought it was going to drop.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
So
Yeah.
are you just going to fly straight up? Is that the deal?
Yep. Until I get to 10,000 meters, and then I'm gonna turn right 90 degrees, and then that will help me go in a stable orbit.
Now, when you move the view around like this, you're not changing the direction of the rocket in any way.
No, I'm not changing the direction. I'm just looking at it from a different camera angle.
Looking good.
Yeah. I thought this
Getting up there.
I thought this would explode the second I released it.
Well, we'll see if it decouples, right? That'll be the
Yeah.
big negative turn.
Do unpossessed Frankensteins look like Kerbals?
All right, you can see the globe at the bottom turning.
Oh.
That's his orientation.
I got.
What's up?
And that's not good.
What happened?
The destroyed the fuel tank, and then the engine broke. So I'm stuck with this.
What are you gonna do? Hit it.
Okay. Yeah.
That was not according to plan.
Nope.
So what happened there?
So when I detached the engines, they crashed. One of them, or a few of them, crashed into the fuel tank, and that blew up, and then it broke the other engine. So now they're all falling. So I'm forced to just go.
How
up.
high are you trying to get?
I'm trying to get into space. Here's my orbit map. So it's gonna go like this.
That's the projected trajectory of your thing right now.
Yeah, predicted. I guess. I don't know.
Rocket.
And it's getting bigger though.
Yeah, I have no idea what I should do.
No, you still
Do
have,
you have another rocket?
no, you still have a ton left.
Yeah, I got this. But I'm wondering if I should try to make an orbit or if I should just go up and then down.
Go up.
Well, you can go up when you hit that and then...
Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. You can
I'm
always...
still going up. Gravity is still
So the top of that, on the apogee, put your thing there. That's the...
apoptosis.
Apopsis.
You can just turn your
Apopsis,
engine
that's
on
the,
and,
that's the height of the your orbit.
That's
here.
the highest point.
You can
And
always
you're
just...
gonna get there in a minute and 36 seconds.
Yeah.
Just turn your engine on and use the warp thing. And the top right and the
But
So do
left
you have
corner.
fuel? Where's your fuel?
I
on
don't
here?
know if you want me guys to make an orbit or not.
Try to make an orbit if you can. So
The fuel was by the engine icon in the bottom left corner.
yeah, that little meter down there is it. And then how do you increase the size of your orbit?
You increase the size. Well, what you were supposed to do is go up 10,000 meters, then go right 90 degrees until you hit the apoptosis, and then go up or something.
But if you rotate to where you're pointed directly here, they change the symbols. Is this the right symbol here?
I don't know. I
Turn
never
on.
really was good at making
Okay.
orbits. As much as I've played this game, I'm not good at it. I should point that out.
I would hit your engines on that. Now go to your map. Should be increasing.
Yeah.
Go to where you can see it increasing on the size of the globe, though. Yeah, you might not make an orbit from this.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. Okay, so the option. Okay, by the way, we're in space. This is what space looks like. There's the moon. There's
Yeah.
the moon, that gray rock in the background. And then there's stars. The planet is down below. You can just see the launch center
Can't see it anywhere.
on the landmass near the islands.
Well, you're 134,000 meters. What's your orbit look like now?
Oh, whoa.
Oh, yeah, kill it. I would kill it right now?
Yeah.
Because you just killed your engines.
Yeah, we might actually be able to salvage this.
So how long before you make it to the apopsis now?
Let me see.
I'm not even sure if I'm saying
30
that right.
minutes, so we're either gonna have to speed it up
So
or...
I'll speed it up.
Okay.
This is when time becomes important.
Yeah.
And then get ready to fire it and increase the size of it. Is this your only engine you have left?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have had so much more fuel if it hadn't exploded.
And one thing I have to say is that I'm not big into aerospace engineering myself, but even though this game is really goofy and fun, it actually uses real science.
Yeah.
So I would slow it down and get ready to fire.
Should you turn your engines on?
Okay, which symbol is the apopsis? Is it that green circle?
I think it's a green one, yeah.
It's either gonna go in an orbit around the sun, or it's going to make an orbit around Kerbal, or which is also.
And the
known
career
as-
mode will tell you all this stuff too, right?
I don't
Right.
think it'll tell you. There's tutorials, but
I'd
career
hit the
mode doesn't really
engines.
tell. Oh,
There you go. You're firing. There you go. You're gonna have an orbit. There it goes. You've got an
Right.
orbit. Kill your engine. Now, how close does it get? Now, there's the apopsis, and then there's the periapsis. The periapsis is the lowest point
Yeah.
of your orbit, and the apopsis is the highest point. So the closest you're gonna get to the planet is what?
251,776 meters.
You got an orbit, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. So, you can see the moon. Where's Kerbal? I say Kerbal because that's the name of the planet, but it's also known as Earth. Or is it?
What was
oh,
that,
here
Teddy?
it is.
What was
now,
that?
now to spend 27 hours reading about how to get to the moon.
And like in career mode, it'll give you missions like get out, do some experiments in space and that kind of stuff. You get points for that, and it unlocks other things as you get more research points.
Soundtrack in this game is pretty cool. I love the music when you get into space. So I'm going to go back to the Space Center and check on the tracking station, and this will show you where all the rockets are. So this is the ship orbiting the planet.
And as you get more into this game, you can build planes, you can build landers to land on the moon, you can land on other planets, you can even get out of the solar system. But it's very, very difficult, as you can see, to do. Even just getting into an orbit around Earth is a tough thing to do in this game.
Yeah. Next time, we're going to bring them back to Earth and build a crazy rocket. That's just going to go crazy. We might even experiment a little bit with planes. Bye, everybody.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Did you have fun, Teddy?
Maybe.